Spoken For Communications brings you this preview of North Carolina Central and North Carolina A&T as these two programs meet for the 84th time in program history. I'm Chris Hooks, play-by-play voice of the NCCU Sports Network, joined along the head coach of the Eagles, Henry Frazier III. Coach, it's Aggies, Eagles, and what more can you really say?
I say Eagles, Aggies. That's what we're going to say. Yeah, it's exciting, man. It's our last game of the season, and we get a chance to play against our crosstown rivals. And it's going to be an electric atmosphere, and we're looking forward to the showdown. I think both teams have had some success this year, and it's going to be a dogfight. It is.
Well, and you look at A&T coming in this ball game, one of the hotter teams in the league. Their defense is certainly something that everybody's been talking about around the league. I think it's been 14 quarters since they've given up a touchdown. I mean, they've got numerous playmakers on that side of the ball. What makes their defense so tough?
The discipline. They're a very disciplined team. They're going to be exactly where they're supposed to be. There's very few. There's no mistake. They're making no mistakes on defense, and they flying to the football. And we're going to have our work cut out for it, especially because we've been struggling offensively. That's not a good mixture. When we're struggling offensively, they're playing good defensively, and our defense is playing pretty good too these days. So, and I know their offense is not where Coach wants it to be. So, right now on paper it looks like it's going to be a defensive struggle, and right now we have to minimize the mistakes. Then that's going to be the key, because I think the team that makes the fewest mistakes is going to win this football game, because you got two good defenses and you got two teams that's struggling offensively, and then you got two teams that's playing well on special teams. So it's going to come down to who make the fewest mistakes. And I know it sounds like a cliche, but that's going to be the truth of this ball game, because we can't play like we've played the last last three games offensively and expect to win this ball game. We just can't do it. We have to protect the football. We can't turn the ball over. And if we could protect the ball, punt when we have to, play good defense, and then just kind of go back and forth, and then keep the pressure on them, then we don't have a chance going down the fourth quarter.
When you look at their offense, A&T brings on one of their top running backs in school history, Mike Mayhew. He was a beast against us last year, and he made us pay. He
did. He's a very talented running back, and he does some really special things on the field. And this is his last college football game. I think that young man's going to be playing on Sundays. He's special. But we've been decent against the run, so I think we're going to corral them up and get after them a little bit. And we just got to be disciplined in terms of the corners and the safeties staying over top. Just playing pass first. Everyone, we've been doing well playing assignment football on defense. So, but we got to be able to do that, because they're going to put that ball in his stomach, pull it out, and then if the safeties are caught looking in the backfield, and they'll drop it over our head. So just being disciplined and reading our keys, I think we'll be okay on defense.
Offensively, you talk about the struggles, and you can point to a number of things: injuries, just inconsistent play. What are you going to say to the team this week, and I guess impress upon them to get them to turn things around?
And the number one thing is the turnovers. That's just the bottom line. We're turning the ball over entirely too much to win football games. And that's been our recipe. We haven't been turning the ball over. We haven't been playing great on offense, but we just haven't been turning the ball over. So when you start turning the ball over, especially on first down, you got one play drive and it's a turnover, and then you're really putting the defense in a bad situation. So we're going to talk about ball security. And that goes to the quarterback as well as the the running backs. I think we may have only had one or two fumbles all year from a running back. So that's not the case. The case is the quarterback fumbled the ball, quarterback throwing the interceptions. So we got to protect the football and then get first downs. Protect the football, get first downs, and then if we need to punt, we punt. We can't be greedy. We can't be forcing the play, because then that's when they'll get turnovers. So we just got to take what the defense gives us. Protect the ball. Get some first downs, and then eventually they'll turn into some points.
Looking at this rivalry, you've gotten one opportunity to see it. This was in Greensboro. This time it's in the Bull City. Last time it was here, 15,000 strong, great atmosphere. That's what it typically is anyway. But just your thoughts on the rivalry, since you're somewhat new to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty new, and I think it's awesome. You're talking about, and I've always said, when you got a rivalry, and right now we're playing for second place on the line, which is kind of fun, And then I think next year maybe it'll be first place on the line. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Broadway and his coaching staff. He has some really, really, really good football coaches down there with him, and I think we have a good coaching staff as well. So we're going to build our program. We're going to build our brands. And then as the years go on, it won't just be the classic. It's going to outgrow both of our stadiums, because it's going to be so much on the line because you got two quality football programs, where the MEAC is going to have to start coming through the state of North Carolina. And that's the plan, that's the goals I think for both of us. And then to add on that is your rivalry, and that's huge. And I'm excited to go after it.
Saturday, you get to honor 21 seniors playing their final time in the Bull City in front of the Eagle faithful. Just your thoughts on the whole senior class.
I tell you, man, a lot of admiration for those guys, because they're going to be what we're going to point to for years to come on how we want our seniors to go out as football players, as citizens of the university, because they had total buy-in. And it took a little while, a little twisting, but those guys committed themselves to North Carolina Central University and the football program, and they've done everything we've asked them to do. And I'm very, very proud of those young men. I'm happy for those young men because they're going to go out winners, and then hopefully they'll go out undefeated at home and beating a rival and getting a seven win season. That'll be huge for those guys. But I'm really proud of them, and we couldn't have done it without those guys because we wanted to stick to the plan of redshirting all our freshman athletes as they come into this program. And we were able to do that because our seniors stepped up, and a lot of them did things that was asked of them that they don't normally do, played some positions that they don't normally play, reduce playing time, increase playing time. It didn't matter what we asked of those guys, they did it. And I couldn't be more proud of a group of players than this group.
All right, Coach, what would it mean for this team? Final question to end the season with a win over A&T, finish second place in this program.
I think it'll be huge. I mean, we're on pace for some of the things we want to do as a program. So like I said it, we're playing with house money right now, and we're ahead. But I think getting a win at home and to go 0-5 at home last year, and then to win and go undefeated at home this year is a huge turnaround. And then also the tie of the biggest turnaround in school history. I mean, there's some things that we definitely playing for that we want to make history, that we want our name to go down, this 2012 team name to go down as one of the really good programs or really good teams that come through North Carolina Central. So we got a lot to play for. It'll mean a lot to get this win.
All right, Coach, best of luck. We'll talk to you before the game.
Thank you.
It's head coach Henry Frazier III. Join myself and Joe Simmons and Danielle Johnson-Webb at 1:30 on Saturday afternoon for the Champs pregame show. Again, Spoken For Communications brings you this preview of the 84th meeting between North Carolina Central and North Carolina A&T. Enjoy the ball game.